Hi, y'all. I'm your host, Jonathan Fluker. And as you all know, I've interviewed a plethora of people in my timeline. And I promised my mama I wasn't going to cry. I never would have thought I would be sitting here with the KingBluprint. Like, but let's get right into it. Oh, wait, my questions. I should have been better prepared. What is wrong with you, Jonathan? Okay. Okay. I'm nervous. As far as rap goes, do you like where it's heading? What do you think you bring to the table as far as artistry goes? What makes you different? Oh, that's a very good question. Like you weren't kidding when you said you were jumping right into it. As far as rap goes, do I like where it's heading? I feel like we're in a new age where like streaming, a lot of people are streaming now. Like before I was born, like people were buying. Like you went to the store and you bought it. So people are making songs that are easy to stream now, like a catchy hook, a nice melody. So do I like where it's heading? I'm not gonna say it's not. I'm not going to say it's bad per se. It's just no one's really, making songs that's having like wordplay that's going over your head, like things like that. But everyone doesn't make music like that, and not all songs are meant to be like that. Because sometimes I just want to, just dance. Like I don't want to be sitting there thinking, what did this line mean? So it's a win-win. And as for me, with like my artistry, I feel like what sets me as apart is that I am one of those people that who care about my lyricism, but I also know how to switch it up. Like I'm not trying to be every the baby, Lil Baby. I'm not trying to be them like I am King Blueprint. Like I'm going to switch it up wherever fits the song. That's what I'm going to do. You don't ever have to worry about me sounding the same like I did on the last song. You're never going to have to worry about that. So that's what I feel that sets me apart with my artistry. I would have to agree because not a lot of I don't want to rub nobody's kitchen the wrong way. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's something my mom used to say. I don't want to rub nobody's kitchen the wrong way, but not a lot of artists, that's around your age or just today's age are really, trying things with some oomph. Like they try things, but they either sound like the same thing or something, that's just not going nowhere. And I feel like you really execute that very well. So, next question. I'm a big man of faith. Big man of faith. So, like me being the journalist that I am today, like I've interviewed, like I said, a plethora of people in my career timeline. I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for the man up above. So, with that being said, what was your biggest obstacle so far when it comes to your career, and how did you get over it? I would say my biggest obstacle, like I will be at the point where I am a big artist, well-known artist, but since we're speaking for today, I feel like my biggest obstacle was me personally, because like I come from Stan Twitter, like that's where most of my following comes from. So when they see someone trying to do music that's a part of staying children, they automatically don't take you serious or going to assume you're doing it as a joke. And I'm like, no, like I'm like this is something that I actually care about. Because even before I even knew what Tutu was, like I never realized I was doing it for so long until I had a conversation with a close friend. But like I've always written poems and verses, so like I've always been a writer. It just translated into like actual songs when I got to like high school, middle school. So my biggest obstacle was just sharing myself. Like, oh, this is something that I like to do. And I had to also learn that not everyone is going to like everything that you do. Or some people are just not even going to give you the chance, and they're just going to, have their jokes about it right off the bat. So I just had to, get out of my head with that. I'm like, whoever listens. And if they enjoy it, they enjoy it. And I guess a lot of people enjoy my music because I never would have thought I had some songs that's on platforms. And AudioMac, which is the platform that I post on mostly because I use beats that aren't bought, I'm at 10K streams, like over 10K streams. So I just had to get out of my head of, what if they're not going to like it? What if they're not going to take me serious? You're always going to have someone that's going to talk about you or just, have negative thoughts in general. So it's just some things you just got to keep doing you. And I want to say, you are so young, but your mind is so wise, because that is a good look to put on it. I would have never. Wow. Thank you. So, like, I really enjoy you as an artist. Like, you're one of my favorite artists. Like, and when I got the call that you accepted my interview, like, I was boo-hooing, bawling. I slammed everything off my desk. I was like, KingBluprint is coming in my office so I can interview him. So, I'm just like you're a very good artist. But if you could choose to improve and become a master of any musical skill of yours, which skill would it be and why? I would say singing because, fun fact, I never would have thought I would be a rapper. Like, because I've always grew up listening to R&B songs that my parents would play or whatever on the radio. Like, I was always a kid that would like to sing along to some like just singing. Then I'd be in my room, like listening to like my favorite R&B song at that moment, and just sing. Or like I'll be in my room, like if I'm not playing with toys, I would used to just like freestyle a singing song, like on the spot, just singing to myself, not even knowing what I'm talking about, just singing. So I always thought like I was gonna be like in a boy group, or I was gonna be like on Disney Channel, and I was gonna be in like one of the musical movies where we dance and sing. So I guess singing, because right now I'm not a horrible singer, but I can do better because like I don't have the actual vocal training, like I don't have a vocal coach. So I'm everything I do is self-taught. So I'm just getting better. Like at first when I just started like actually recording songs and I try to sing, it'd be kind of rough because I didn't understand range and stuff like that. Like now that I'm getting the gist of it and I understand what my voice can and can't do a little more, I have gotten a lot better singing. And I guess the other stuff like making my own beats and stuff, but like recording wise, singing. Wow. And I'm not just saying this just to be biased, but I actually don't mind your singing sometimes. Like, you actually have some songs I'm like, wow, he can really, bust a little, yeah, for a rapper. Yes, I used to be in choir. You heard them notes. So, but like I said, you can always improve. I'm sorry, improve your craft. So, like I said, you're a very talented songwriter. Like, my God. So, what is your favorite, part of songwriting or just song process in general? And after that, after you answer that, do you have any advice for people who may have, the occasional writer's block? Because me personally, I can't even write a poem. Besides, roses are red, violets are blue. Yeah. My favorite process of songwriting, because I'm gonna break it down. My favorite part of songwriting is just seeing what I'm going to say because I always like to push myself lyrically, and I always practice how I'm going to say it before it's actually put down on the track. Because when you're a consumer, like I'm the one that's supplying the music. When you're the consumer, you want to feel how the artist is feeling when they're recording that. So like that's my favorite part, coming up with how I'm going to say it and what I'm going to say and why I'm saying it. Because I always try to push myself lyrically, like I said, like with double entendre, just because I don't always want to use like as a way to set up a punchline, because there's so many multiple ways you could say a punchline, and like the next line could finish what you were saying, like I'm saying like now to give you like, because we're talking, but like when rapping, like I always try to find different ways. And what I would say for writer's block, because I do get writer's block, what I for advice for that is, I don't want to sound vague, but get out your head, because obviously you've written songs before that you've liked, and I'm sure you share with people and they like too. So you're not a bad songwriter when it comes to that. Like every songwriter gets it. Just think, think about a topic, maybe like think hard on the topic and bounce ideas off that, or just free write, because sometimes what I would do is just I hear a beat that like I've been hearing, like say it's a new song on the radio or it's just the old song that I already know, and I'm like, I've been thinking about this beat a lot. Let me just write to it, and then boom, after I did that, now I'm in the mood to write 2 or 3 more songs. So, but yeah, it does come with the territory. Writer blocks happen, but you just have to get out of it. There's multiple ways to get out of it. Just don't feel defeated when it happens, because it's scary. Wow. And that's crazy, because I mean, I'm not a rapper, but like a song writer or anything like that. But you never would have, as like me on the outside looking in, you never would think about like some artists just, they not like, they struggle too. Like the best artists struggle too. So that's some really, really good advice. Yeah. So something like for a little fun question, because I don't want to just. So far, what has been your favorite collaboration, solo song, and project of yours, and why? Because me, I love to get down to shades of blue. Yeah, me personally, there's no skip on that project. Like I feel like you put your foot in. Oh, you put your foot in that project. Okay. So, I for people that don't know, I used to be in. I'm still cool with these mutuals today. But when I first started, actively right into beats and stuff, I was in a group called April So Loosely. It's an ode to our favorite group, June's Diary. Shout out to June's Diary. So we like modeled ourselves after them. So I know how to collaborate with others and adapt to other people when there's another person on the track. So my favorite collaborations, well, I'll put it this way: I love to collab with Breathe the Creator. That's one of the people that was in the group with the Unfamous Shy, also another person. Homie, that's my brother. His name is Al. And Rose's verses. Every now and then, like we'll write stuff together. If she's in a mood, she'll sing with me, here and there. So those are my favorite people to collab with. And but my favorite collab would be Regret, which is a song that I did that's on all platforms because it was really a different sound for me. It's under hip hop, like when you look at it, but it's really an alternative song. And I rapped, and then like I ended my verse with singing, and like if you really like listening, you can hear me do background vocals in the back of it. It's just a very well written song, and I was so glad to be a part of that. And I'm also a lead artist on it too. So, and my favorite project will also be Shades of Blue because I just felt personally this is the way I felt when I was doing the project. It just showed different layers of me because I did a song that I spoke Spanish on. I did R&B. I mean, I always have songs that may have R&B influence because that's my second genre. Like, if I wasn't like a rapper, I'd be an R&B singer. So like I just did like R&B, pop-ish. Some beats were kind of poppy, and then I surprised myself when I did like beats like I Get Crazy, I Get Crazy, Get Silly, it gets sick, like stuff like that. It just was a very fun project to do, versatility wise. And see, I'm glad we can agree because at first I was gonna say Thank Blue, because Thank Blue was more like you were like going crazy with the bars, like as far as when it came to like animation, like that was more so your bubbly. That was more so your not bubbly, but like I don't know, like it was your but like Shades of Blue really shows your versatility. Yeah, because I didn't expect you were gonna do some of them things. So, even though you are like, you're everything, like, as soon as you post a link to a song, I'm there. I am the first stream, the first share, the first post to the share. Like, but I gotta ask my questions. Would you ever consider rebranding, or do you like how everything is? For example, something like your name, like Puff Daddy, Puff Diddy, Puff Coochie, or like, at the moment, I like how everything is because I'm still building myself up. So like when you see KingBluprint, you're like, oh, like there's someone who, like, I feel like my name brings attention right now, but when I get to that point where I'm higher up, I wouldn't mind it. Like, if I'm comfortable with KingBluprint, where I'm already at, I mean, it's fine too, but I wouldn't mind changing it to just Blueprint or the Blueprint. Oh, and I could see some big things happening with both of those. I like that. Keep that up. So, another fun question. Because I don't want to. So, if you could choose any New rapper. Current, of course. To be your mentor, who would it be? I would have to say, I feel like it would be a no-brainer if I said Nicki Minaj, but I would have to say Kendrick Lamar because he's a very well-rounded male rapper. He's very versatile as well, something I admire because that's something I, take pride in changing my, style to fit a song or playing with my voice and stuff like that. And everything he does in his music is for a reason. Like, when he changes his voice to be this way, it's because it's for a reason. When he changes his voice to be that way, it's to be a reason because he's telling a story with his voice. Because, like, when you're a rapper, voice acting is a big play. So if I had to choose anyone to be my mentor, I'd choose Kendrick Lamar. I can actually see that. I can actually see that. Cause I was gonna be generic and ask who's your top 5 influencers? What makes you KingBluprint? If there were artists that made you, who would that be? But I can actually hear some of the influences. So yeah. So, have you always seen yourself as a rapper? Or were there other career goals ahead of you? Fun fact, when I was in pre-K, and I kid you not, I used to literally say the words that I want to be a masseuse. And I remember at my pre-K graduation, our teacher, she, like, when you like those graduations, like they make the kids perform songs and all that, so they asked us what we wanted to be, and she'll get a picture printed and we'll color it, and they'll be like doctor, veterinarian. But me, I was the only one that wanted to be a masseuse. So, and of course they didn't have that. So, and I guess they weren't expecting, like, I guess 5-year-olds to be like, they want to be a masseuse. So I had to hold up doctor too. And I was like, not everybody think I'm trying to be like everybody else. And I was like, I want to be a masseuse. But even with that, I've always seen myself as an entertainer. I never thought it would be like, well, I'm not going to say music, but I always see myself as an actor. Like an actor. And people were like, oh, you're so funny. You remind me of Kevin Hart. I didn't picture myself doing stand-up comedy because I'm one of them people where, like, I say something and people think I'm joking sometimes, and sometimes I'll be dead serious. So I'm just like, I can't be purposely funny. So I never saw myself as a comedian, just someone as, an actor that's funny. So I always saw myself as an entertainer or a masseuse. Oh, not pre-K. Imagine your little fingers going on somebody's back like a little spider. Imagine them going on somebody's back like a little spider. That is cute. But you've always wanted to be an entertainer. Yeah. Does KingBluprint have any beef with any fellow artists? Don't be weird. I'll leave this interview right now. Don't be weird. Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to see where your head was at. You don't have to do that. Let's not make any rash decisions. I like you. See, you on track. Okay, finally. Because I know I've probably been giving you a headache. Because people like to say, like, I'm very outlandish. I'm out there. Like, people could be telling me they got to take me in increments. Like, I'm very, I just feel like I'm very mellow. But, I'm sorry. That's besides the point. So, 10 years from now, where do you hope to be in your career, as in like your journey to success, whether it's music or just a different pathway. Like, do you see yourself just doing music? Like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Okay, I picture myself like I picture myself as a brand. Music, acting, clothing line, fragrances, things in that nature. Maybe my own label. Not, I don't want to be one of them people, but I'm just saying I'm not planning to box myself in. Music is just my starting point right now. But one day I can see myself in movies, plethora, not just KingBluprint is um, an actor slash rapper that only did like 2 3 movies, like, cause if I do that, it would be like me using my government name when I'm doing the movie too. It's not gonna be KingBluprint as. It's going to be Darius Jordan as, or Darius Jarrell Jordan, or Darius J Jordan, like whatever. So like KingBluprint me and Darius means 2 different things. So I can see myself acting, movies, still music, and clothing line. So that's where I hope to be, and that's where I will be. See, and I can't wait to be here for every moment of it. You know I'm one of your biggest supporters. I'm really your biggest supporters. And, people, like, I be going into the store, like my neighborhood Walmart, and they be like, "Oh my God, that's KingBluprint," and I'm like, "No, it's just Jonathan Fluker." Like, people be saying we look alike. Personally, I don't see it, but I mean, you're not a bad looking guy. You heard it here first. KingBluprint said, "I'm handsome. I'm about to scream, but I gotta keep it professional." People were saying I'm not a bad looking guy, y'all. KingBluprint. Y'all heard it here first. I want to say thank you. Thank you for doing this interview with me. I wish you many years and your success to come. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.